Hey, everybody, what is up? My name is Sean Hatzel, and I am a 46-year-old stubborn fat expert with over 20 years experience in the health and fitness industry. I'm also the founder and co-owner of Online Rapid Fat Loss Community with almost 300,000 fans on our fan page, Get Lean in 12, and I am speaking directly today to females who are over 35 years old, who are in their 40s, 50s, or 60s, and want to quickly lose stubborn fat in only 12 minutes a day, 5 times per week. So only 1 hour per week. Now this 12-minute protocol that I designed several years ago because of my wife's cancer journey that forced her into early menopause. I did a bunch of research after her hormones were suppressed dramatically from the chemo and the radiation on how to reactivate her declining hormones. So I developed this 12-minute protocol. She lost over 22 pounds of upper menopausal belly fat. And somewhere around this video, you're gonna see a link to click or tap where you can go read all about her inspiring story. But don't click it yet, because I wanna teach you 3 zones that you must enter when you use this 12-minute protocol if you're over 35 years old and you want to quickly lose stubborn fat. You see, after 35 years old, growth hormone levels in the body decline rapidly. This is a condition known as somatopause. And by using the 12-minute metabolic protocols found inside my system called the Over 40 Absolution and following the 3 zones that I'm about ready to share with you, you can increase growth hormone levels 400 to 700%. And you're also going to force the body to release adrenaline. And adrenaline converts into hormones that help the body release more stubborn fat into the bloodstream so that it can be burned off. Now, when you use the right movement patterns, and you use the right intensity levels, and you use the right rest periods, not only can this elevate growth hormone 400 to 700% and release adrenaline, it also can elevate the metabolic rate for up to 48 hours straight. Now, I'm not just making this stuff up. If you go over to my website or you look below in the comments, we'll post all the research studies backing up these claims, confirming that using this 12-minute protocol can reactivate these declining hormones. But there's 3 zones that you must enter, and zone number 1 is called prime. And I call it prime because you want to prime your hormones so that the body can access fat as a fuel source. Now, you do this by stabilizing insulin. Now, insulin is known as our body's number 1 storage hormone. And when insulin is present, it makes it nearly impossible for the body to access fat as a fuel source. So before you move or exercise and engage in my 12-minute metabolic protocols, you have to flatline and stabilize insulin. There's a couple different ways that you can do this. The first way is to fast. So if you wake up in the morning on an empty stomach and you can tolerate fasted training and you engage in our 12-minute protocols, insulin is very stable and it makes it very easy to access fat as a fuel source. The second way is to wait about 3 to 4 hours after a meal. See, every time you eat, regardless of the food choices, it's gonna elevate insulin. So we wanna let insulin stabilize after that meal. By doing that and waiting 3 to 4 hours after the meal, you might not have this powerhouse of energy going into the workout, but because insulin is flatlined, the body will easily access fat as a fuel source because it's gonna release these fight or flight hormones. You see, when you're in a fasted state, it kicks up the body's sympathetic nervous system. It's the fight or flight response. That's what forces the body to release growth hormone and adrenaline. Now, after you flatline the insulin, you must go into zone 2, which is burn. And this is where you engage in these specific movement patterns, intensity levels, and rest periods that I provide inside of my system that are designed to release these hormones. So these movement patterns and exercises, these intensity levels, and these rest periods are strategically designed to force the body to release these hormones. Now, after you're done releasing the hormones, you have all kinds of fatty acids floating around in the bloodstream, and they need to be burned off. If you do not burn them off, and you do not enter zone 3, which I call burn, the body can suffer from something called re-esterification. This is where the body will actually restore stubborn fat cells that are floating around in the bloodstream into another area of the body. Now, if you're over 35 years old, you're 40s, 50s, or 60s, and you want to reactivate declining hormones, you need to follow zone 3 after a 12-minute protocol. And over at my website, I'm going to tell you all about zone 3. You're going to learn all about my wife's inspiring story. You're going to see 10 years of progress pictures of me maintaining 6-pack abs using this 12-minute metabolic protocol. And I'm not gonna sit here and say it's solely responsible for me maintaining abs because I have my diet in line. And that's why we provide you with something called a hormone optimization diet manual. This allows you to use 12-minute protocols 5 days of the week, just 1 hour a week, and combine it with a hormone optimization diet manual so that you can get a synergistic effect to increase your results even further. And the cool part about this nutrition plan is it allows you to eat lots of carbs. You just need to know how to eat them at the right times, in the right combinations, and in the right portion sizes. And I share exactly how to do that inside our system. You also get a cheat day every weekend because this will also help you optimize hormones. If you're using fat as a fuel source throughout the week and eating a clean diet, it's very important that you have a cheat meal to reset these hormones, and it gives you a psychological break so you can stay on this for the long haul. Now, for everybody who clicks the link around this video and goes checks out my system, we also give back clean water to a needy child in a third world country for almost 90 days. And last year we raised almost $70,000. We installed a handful of water wells in Zimbabwe, Honduras, and Nicaragua. And for everybody who purchases, you can be a part of this amazing cause. And lastly, and most importantly, is that I guarantee this will work with a money-back guarantee. So if you go at this hard for 30 days, if you don't see amazing results and you don't improve every area of your life by using my strategies, I'm gonna give you your money back, no questions asked. So we are 6 minutes in. That's a long time on the internet to keep somebody's attention on Facebook. So if you're still watching this, I'm grateful and I love you because you've taken time out of your busy day to check out something that I'm extremely passionate about. It's something that saved my wife's self-esteem, and it's something that I've been able to help thousands of people, and I'm hoping that you can join the team. Thanks for watching and keep going strong.